Tyler, the Creator, is a very interesting individual to say the least. From his grudgeful lyrics about violence and murder to his stringed melodies and piano patterns that ponder on nostalgia. When looking at Tyler's discography from just the artwork on the album covers, you can notice a string of progression. If you were to listen to Bastard in full, then right after listen to IGOR in full, you would be able to hear a massive difference from the two in terms of tone, production, and overall sound. But then you realize that there's other projects like Goblin, Wolf, Cherry Bomb, and Flower Boy in between those two. And when listening to Tyler's portfolio from start to finish, you start to notice the evolution in not just Tyler's sound, but his headspace, going from a bastard to not just a flower boy, but an overall visionary. When listening to a song like Yonkers with gross snares and violent reverb,
I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not. Threesomes with a fucking triceratops.
Then going to a song like See You Again with melodic vocals and harmonic synths.
Step, relook at my fantasy. I stay in reality. You live in my dream state.
You recognize Tyler's use of versatility within his music. One song, he can be singing from the perspective of a serial killer that thrives on murder, to then make another where he discusses his jealousy on a crush that has no love for him. In Tyler's early days of Odd Future, he personified himself as a nasty, outspoken delinquent, using any form of shock value to his disposal. You can notice this from not just his lyrics, but as well as his music videos.
Bad to taste venison, still in the business of smacking up little rappers with rackets. You play tennis with, hated for bank, lifting and spraying it, hide away in the shade of his maimed innocence.
Where now, when you look at one of his current music videos, such as Earthquake or See You Again, you would be able to tell that both projects are from the same artist, if it weren't for Tyler himself standing in the frame of both projects.
Make my earthquake. Oh, make my earthquake.
And even though Tyler has evolved in his sound, he still hasn't lost any of his old fundamentals. You can still hear his old sound of music in modern projects such as Who That Boy, featuring A$AP Rocky, which is in the same album track list with the artists such as Rex Orange County and Kid Cudi. And that's because Tyler doesn't limit himself to just one sound. Of course, this makes sense due to one of his biggest inspirations being Kanye West, who is also extremely praised for his use of versatility. Tyler doesn't allow himself to be one note, and that's the reason for his success. Projects like Flower Boy and IGOR were experimental for Tyler due to him coming off of Wolf and Cherry Bomb. Flower Boy was his first time mixing multiple sounds in one track list. And then after that project, he produced, mixed, and mastered IGOR completely on his own, which is his most experimental project to date.
They say I calm down since the last album. Will lick my dick, how does that sound? Smell my gooch, you could kiss my buns. And I don't give a shit, bend my rectum. Somebody said Benz make her done. She think you're getting cash, no bitch, you're dumb. The only thing that you're gonna get is his dick. Wait, turn this up, bitch, this my jump. Where the drums at?
To make a song like Tamale in the past, then make a song like A Boy Is a Gun, now shows Tyler's intuition to expand on his horizons, mastering multiple styles of sound.
Dangerous, you got me by my neck. That's why these other niggas lame to us, cause all these other niggas lame as fuck. We show them no respect.
In early projects, he would deepen his voice with reverb to sound more intimidating, but now on his newer projects, he intentionally pitches up his vocals to be more soft and melodic. You can hear this on Gone Gone and Thank You, for example. While Tyler's music has had progressing sounds and themes, this same versatility and change can be noticed in Tyler himself, from his clothing, friendships, and attitude. Odd Future was a group of friends with different intentions. Tyler had an image of someone who was hard, cutthroat, and volatile, being unfiltered with his gang of mischiefs. But after living that lifestyle, Tyler didn't want to just peak at being the grunge kid with grunge friends in a grunge town. And due to the different mindsets of the collective, they disembarked and were the creative visionaries like Tyler and Frank soared to mainstream. The ones who were comfortable and not accepting of change fell to irrelevancy, such as Haji and Earl. When listening to Earl's new projects, while still having the assists of twisted lyrics with the intention of making the listener uncomfortable, such as the lyric, "Rape a pregnant bitch, tell my friends I had a threesome." Of course, Tyler didn't rape a pregnant bitch, but these are false statements that no deep intention, but shocking the audience. And then transition to a song like Running Out of Time on IGOR, where you have lyrics that describe Tyler's emotions, fears, anxieties, and thoughts that he wants to express with the listener. Take your mask off, stop lying for these Stop lying to yourself. I know the real you. And when looking in between the lines of take your mask off and lying to yourself and how he knows the real you, you can tell this is Tyler's venting about a gay person that he has feelings for. And where he's accepted himself, the person that he loves hasn't, creating a barrier in between his desires and temptation. This is more relatable and personal compared to lyrics that talk about raping pregnant women. I just want to talk and conversate because I usually just stalk you and masturbate. While this lyric might be relatable to some of you, Tyler's song See You Again discusses his thoughts and feelings about his love interest in a more personal and vulnerable way, pondering on how this love interest is always in his mind and how he can never escape their presence. But where Tyler is madly in love, you understand the conflict within the lyrics. This person is long gone now, and the only way Tyler can see this person is when he closes his eyes.
While you could express yourself through production and style, another way could be overall branding. Alter egos in music have been around forever. One of the most popular at the moment could be The Weeknd, for example. Where The Weeknd has a normal type of style, he now wears a red suit with bloody bandages. This is an alter ego. The Weeknd in real life isn't his high-life Joker-esque personality, but he puts on this alter ego for his branding. An alter ego is an alternate self, which is believed to be distinct from the person's normal or true original personality. Daft Punk, MF Doom, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, and Tyler the Creator. The most known is probably Wolf Haley and IGOR, but you also have Ace, Troncat, and Young Fella. Yeah, let's not say that one. For these alternate egos, he creates storylines and costumes that may stand out as their own, giving you a piece of Tyler's mindset. In Tyler's songs, he could be seen talking to these characters or even having the whole character take up the whole track.
I'm Wolf. Tyler put this fucking knife in my hand.
Or as of recently, a whole project. Wolf Haley's more aggressive and hostile, where Igor is a sad and angry person, usually being mopey, pondering on nostalgia. And if you know the story of Igor, this makes sense. In most of Tyler's albums, you see this alter ego spread around from track to track, with their own thoughts and personalities, making them not Tyler but something of their own. The mind of a true creative. Who knows, in the future we might get more wacky characters from Tyler. We'll just have to wait and see.
See You Again is relatable and tragic and helps the listener like Tyler as a person. And while you don't know him personally, it's easier to connect with him due to how much of his pain he shares publicly. While lyrics like stalking and masturbation might get a chuckle, it doesn't make the listener ponder and relate themselves to the message the artist is trying to expressing. Kill people, burn shit, fuck school might hype you up in the moment, but expanding your thoughts and reasons on why you feel those dark emotions humanizes the artist and creates a blanket of relatability between the artist and the fan. That's why Tyler is where he is now, compared to where he was in the odd future. And that's why he still continues to grow, because he's relatable and vulnerable instead of being volatile and insensitive. Tyler's ego diminished, and he stopped carrying the persona of an edgy shock value misfit and started expanding on his image, which was Golf Wang. He wore striped clothing, bright colors, embraced his feminine attributes, and shredded his previous notions of gang-affiliated branding. When you look at Odd Future Tyler, he was wearing dark colors, doing dark things. Whereas when you look at current era Tyler, he's wearing a blonde wig and a fancy suit dancing with pitched vocals.
Yeah, it turns out I forgot to record the outro, so I'm just gonna do it here. But this basically concludes my video. This was Alibi. Thanks for watching.